Good morning and welcome to the Daily Nudge. I'm Dan Barnes. Certainly appreciate you tuning in. Let's get right into today's nudge. Last week, when I was here, I had jury duty, so I apologize for not being here a couple of days last week. But last week, I talked to you about things I wish I had done had I known, things I wish I had changed had I known. And there were a few things in there that I wish that I had done a better job at as growing up in my life and trying to push forward and be successful in different areas. This week, that was last week, was kind of lamenting a little bit. I didn't mean to lament, but that's not the objective. The objective was to say, hey, there's some things I wish I had done better back here. Maybe you can learn from my mistakes. And one of those was like understanding the value of time, and then another one was learning to say no when it was appropriate to say no, and then learning to keep your promises and stuff like that. That was what I was talking about last week. Well, today I want to go on this week. I want to talk to you about what I still have time to do, what I still can do, what I still can accomplish. I'm still living. I still have breath. I am able to do what I need to do. Up to this point, there's going to come a day where I can't, but I am going to do my best to do the best I can with what I can do. So this week, I'm going to be going over those things that you can still do. You still have time to do. The Bible teaches us this, and it's a very, very important scripture. It teaches us it tells us, or it's God, we're asking God to teach us something. It says, so teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts to wisdom. The Bible is saying to us, or we're going as a prayer, as a plea, teach us to number our days. We only have a select number of days that we get to live, only a few, and then our time is done. So we need to understand the importance of each and every day. So what can I start out doing with what I still can change? I still have time, and I need to understand how important that time is. You still have time. It is the most valuable thing that you own. Now, for Christians, and for anybody, to be honest with you, the devil loves to keep you down. He loves to keep you discouraged. And you know what? Sometimes he doesn't even need to show up. Sometimes we keep ourselves discouraged. We keep ourselves down because we tell things to ourselves like, I got plenty of time, man. I don't have to worry about anything. I got plenty of time to get things done. When we're younger, we think, wow, I remember, this is funny. I remember back in 1979, I was at a bowling alley. I was just a kid. I was at a bowling alley, and it was New Year's Eve. And I remember them gathering together. Everybody got together. We're going to pray the new year in. It was going from 1979 to 1980. And I remember figuring out how many years I got until a certain age. And I'm thinking, man, I got a long time to go. Year 2000, that's not far ahead. I mean, that's a long way out. I got plenty of time. Now it's 2025. Man, did that time go by fast. It seems like yesterday when I was in that bowling alley in 1979. Now here it is, 2025. Did I lie to myself when I said I had plenty of time? No, I did have plenty of time, but did I use it wisely? And then another lie that we tell ourselves, it's too late. Yeah, I can't do it. Anybody know the series? I think it was Laura Ingalls Wilder or something like that. I can't think of her name. Ingalls Wilder. She wrote the Little House on the Prairie series. She began writing that at 65. Nobody told her it was too late. Colonel Sanders, some of you don't know Colonel Sanders, but you know KFC. It was started by Colonel Sanders, and he was 62 when he started Kentucky Fried Chicken. So it's not too late. Don't keep telling yourself it's too late. Both are deadly. If you tell yourself, I got plenty of time, then you become apathetic and you don't really worry about time. If you're telling yourself, I got plenty of time, and you take time for granted, Or on the other hand, you're saying, oh, it's too late. It's not too late. You still have today. You still have tomorrow. Get up and do something. Well, preacher, I just don't have the same zip that I used to have. I just don't have the same drive that I used to have. Well, welcome to getting older, but that doesn't mean you throw in the towel. That doesn't mean you quit. You can't allow yourself to become apathetic, and you cannot allow yourself to become somebody that is defeated. You still have today. Get up. Go make a difference somewhere. Well, preacher, I don't have a job. I don't do this. Okay, here's an idea. Clean out something. Make it better. Clean your garage, make it better, and then have plans on what you're going to do. And what am I going to do in my garage? What am I going to do here? How am I going to fix that up? Go in your backyard and clean your backyard. That's what I'm doing. I'm cleaning my garage. I'm cleaning my backyard. Those are things. I have two full-time jobs, and I just am not going to throw in the towel. I still have life, and so do you. So don't quit. Don't throw in the towel. Get up. Go do something. Make a difference in your life, and figure out how to make things better. Don't throw in the towel. It's not too late. And if you think you've got plenty of time, make sure you understand that time goes by really, really fast. It does. It flies by. Now, you can't go back and fix the past, so don't even worry about that. Well, if I could just go back and change this. You can't. You can't go back in time, but you can finish well. You can finish well. Well, preacher, I blew it back here. I just wasn't what I should have been. And you know what? All of us have those stories, but we can still push forward today. So what are you going to do? You're going to look at your life today and say, okay, here's what I can still do in the time that I have. My old dad, he is at home. He's not a well man at all, but he hasn't given up. He's 90 years old now, has lung disease, and he's fighting that each and every day. But he's still doing things around the house. We've got a long oxygen tube for him to walk through the house. He does things that he told me, things that I do now take a week when it used to take me just a few minutes to do or an hour to do. And it's different, but he still gets up and goes. He's not throwing in the towel. He's not quitting. And that is what we need to do. You can't go back and fix the beginning, but you sure can change the ending with God's help. And I hope that today that you won't allow yourself to throw in the towel. I hope today that you won't allow yourself to become apathetic because you're young and you think you have plenty of time. Look, redeem the time. God tells us, again, I'll read the Bible. It says, so teach us to number our days. Okay? As a young man back in 1979, as just a kid, I wish I had said to myself, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Instead of saying, I got plenty of time. Or now that I've passed those years and I look back and go, man, this is what I would have done differently had I known. And that's what I preached. And there are things because I want to teach younger people. But today I got to look at my life and say, okay, I got just a few more years left here on this earth. What can I do today to make this day and the rest of my life valuable? Thanks for joining me here on the Daily Nudge. I hope you have the best of days. I hope that today the sun is shining in your life. I hope that your family is doing well. If there's something I can pray for you about, please let me know. But thanks for joining me here on the Daily Nudge. I will hopefully see you tomorrow right here at 8 o'clock. Come and join me. Hey, invite your family and friends. Do me a favor, share this, like it. Just helps me out, get the news out a little bit better. But you have a great day. And again, thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.